Welcome to Solution Nuggets, a center of excellence in mathematics, computer skills, and the field of science. Today's unit is on the breathing system, also known as the respiratory system. We'll be discussing the importance of breathing in and breathing out, the organs involved to make it a system, because it is well known that a system is the combination of several organs performing a common task. Here is a description of some of the parts that make up the breathing system. We have, number one, we have the mouth, we have the trachea, we have the bronchus, and in plural, they are known as bronchi. We also have these other parts. We have the lungs, we have this lung, we have this other lung. Then we have the bronchioles. In the bronchioles, they branch to different parts of the lungs. So this is known as the right lung. This one is known as the left lung. They branch both on the left lung and the right lung. Several bronchioles from a bronchial tree. That's why I've written the bronchial tree here. We have a part known as the diaphragm that controls breathing. Air enters through the nose. The red particles represent oxygen, while the blue particles represent carbon dioxide. This is exactly what happens. We breathe in and air flows into the lungs as shown. Once the air flows from the nose through the windpipe here, or the trachea, also known as the windpipe, through the bronchus, the bronchioles up to the lungs, and inside the lungs there are millions of air sacs, also known as the alveoli. After breathing in, oxygen is used in the body, parts of every organ at a time, and we're going to start with the nose. This part, this one. The nose, inside here, what we are calling the nasal pharynx, contains hairs, and those hairs help trap dust or filter the air and make it clean from dust. We also have mucus in the nose. Inside the same place, the nasopharynx, there is production of mucus which help to trap germs and moisten the air before it gets into the lungs. Inside the nose are many blood capillaries that help in the warming of the air. Below the nose is this part known as the voice box, where sound is produced. It is also known as larynx. This part, the sound is produced at this point. Look at this part and this part, they are not the same. Trachea, or the windpipe, from this part. Before we get to this part, we have seen this one is known as the pharynx. This one is known as the larynx. Then we have the windpipe, or the trachea. Trachea, which is this one. It has some C-shaped rings. Those C-shaped rings are known as cartilages. They prevent the trachea from collapsing and blocking the air passage during inhalation. Inside the trachea are tiny hairs, known as cilia, that help to trap dust. Inside the trachea also, there is production of mucus, as it is the case in the nose, which help to trap germs and at the same time moisten the air. What happens when the air gets into the bronchus? Now from the trachea branches into bronchus, and in plural we have said bronchi, then further into bronchioles. What really happens? Air gets into the air sacs, or the alveoli. That's what I'm saying. The lung is made up of millions of air sacs, and air sacs are also known as alveoli. In this place, exchange of gases takes place. Then the air sacs are surrounded by blood capillaries. These are blood capillaries. This one, the blue one, I'm using it to indicate the capillaries that are carrying carbon dioxide. Then the red ones are indicating the capillaries carrying oxygen. What happens is that when oxygen gets into the air sacs, it diffuses into the capillaries and gets into the body organs or the body tissues or the body cells. The body cells in turn release carbon dioxide, which is transported back into the air sacs through the capillaries. Therefore, as I've said, exchange of gases takes place in the air sacs. The lung is made up of millions of air sacs. This part is the diaphragm. The diaphragm is a ring of muscles that controls breathing. This is a ring of muscles that controls breathing. It also separates the chest and the abdomen. What happens when we breathe in? The lungs, these ones, once you breathe in, they get in air, and for that reason they inflate or expand. These bones represent the rib cage. When you breathe in, the rib cage also moves upward and outward to create room for these lungs, as you're going to see. Then there is the diaphragm. This part moves downward, as you can see from this direction, moves downwards, or we say it flattens after contracting as follows. For you to receive more of this, kindly subscribe, share, and you can ask a question through the comment section.